Yo, it's your favorite frugal friend, the Frugal Facemask, coming to you from bed. I've been sick this week. I tried to get the video up last night. I just couldn't do it, but I'm here in bed. I'm sick. I'm doing it for y'all, alright? This week, it's about staying organized, okay? Now, if you watched the intro video, I probably talked about how my wife passed away in 2006. I had to raise my 3 sons as a single parent. So I had to find ways to be frugal. I had to find ways to be frugal. So that's why I'm so good at it. I also didn't grow up rich or upper middle class. My dad left when I was 6. Left my mom with mad bills. Just a heating bill of over $1,000. And back then, they didn't care if you had kids. They still shut off the heat. So winters without heat, hot water, shit like that. So anyway, paperwork ain't my biggest, I was real good with the money. My wife was good with the keeping of the records and stuff. But I know what's important, and I keep it in one place. Okay? And it's very important because DHS out here is terrible. My youngest turned 18 last July, in 2019, which means he's aged out. And I'm a single guy with no underage kids, so I get no food stamps. Well, actually, I do now because I am disabled, and I live in the wonderful state of Illinois and the city of Chicago, which is in, I don't know how these fucking, I don't mean to get political, but I don't know how you fuckers vote Republican, especially in these states where there's no opportunity, no jobs, mad poverty. It's because of the policies of those fuckers that are running your government. Kansas was supposed to be a model of Republican-run efficiency, and it's one of the worst states in the country. And you can say whatever you want about Chicago, but Chicago doesn't make the gun laws. The nation does. Every little area makes their own. So when we had the toughest gun laws in the whole country, supposedly, you can go right next door to Indiana and get guns. You know what I'm saying? If there's guns, people are going to shoot. But that ain't what this is about. Let's get back on topic, all right? Staying organized. So, no one likes to ask for help, but thank God for these programs, food stamps, and Social Security and shit like that. And actually, they take the money out of your check before you even get paid. If you knew where your taxes went, see, that's the difference between, y'all motherfuckers are stupid. How do you think all these other countries, we are the only fucking developed nation in the world that does not offer their citizens some type of universal health care. Canada can afford it, and in a lot of countries, they have a fucking itemized list of where your taxes go. We get to FICA and whatever, It's bullshit, okay? They are stealing from you, and you think you're saving money because you're not paying a little more in taxes, but then when you need surgery, it's $200,000. I bet an extra little 5 cents on your check, be worth that, wouldn't it, dumbass? Everyone gets sick. Everyone dies. I cannot believe that we cannot agree on this issue. Sorry to get political, but this ain't political. We are all human. We are all going to die. We are all going to get sick because the Republicans and their deregulation bullshit let them pollute the air, the water, the food, everything. Okay? So, can we at least take care of each other? Fucking idiots. But back on topic. Okay? So, I have to go there for Medicaid and food stamps. So, I've been through this before. There is their own work rule that is printed online that says, if we send you a notice and we don't get the information back, unless you purposely did not send it back, we have to take the information from you and act like we always had it. So if they send me a notice in January and I don't get it, they cut off my food stamps and it's June and we're still fighting about it, they take my information, they have to pay me from January and act like they had it the whole time. I cannot be held responsible for something I do not get. Okay? I don't know why I didn't get it in the mail, but whatever. I just had a hearing and didn't get notice from it. They're just terrible there. But anyway, So I already knew this. So they cut me off, and I've been fighting with these fuckers for a year. Almost, okay? And they said, oh, your food stamps got cut off in December because blah, blah. I'm like, yes, I know. This is about last year. We're still talking about this, of what you owe me. Just because the time has passed doesn't mean you don't owe me. They're going to, So anyway, she starts talking about me needing to have filled out an application in 2018. Now, that's almost 2 years ago, okay? Part of my disability is my memory. 2018? Do I, off the top of my head, fucking know what I did in 1 month of 2018? But luckily, I remembered that even though legal aid said you don't have to fill out a new application, don't make them do that, I filled one out anyway just to expedite the process. And at the hearing officer could see my 16-page document, half of which was my new application in October that I didn't have to fill out, because they sure did back pay me to March. God damn it. But I still filled out the application. And then she said something about me having to fill one in December. I said, wait a minute, you guys send me a notice every year that says I only have to report once a year because I have no income, 3 kids on Social Security. Nothing ever changed, till they got older and got jobs. I only have to report once a year. So if I put an application in in October, December's 2 months later. There's no way I had to fill out a new application. Luckily for me, even though I had it on a hard drive that I would have been able to find with my closure, luckily I found the place where I keep all my records, and I was able to find it. Now, I don't suggest that you keep your records like this. It's a terrible way to keep records. But at least I knew everything was in the same place. So when it was time to find it, I was able to find it. Everything was in this red bag right here. Can you see that red bag? On the floor? Yeah, this bag right here. And so I just had to dump everything out. All the papers, where are they? Yeah, all this stuff was in there. I just had to dump everything out. But it was there. And I knew it was there. Somewhere. Now that the kids aren't around and they don't put it with my mail, I think that's probably why I didn't get one of the notices before. Of course I'm going to organize that stuff and throw away some old stuff, but they say certain records you keep for 7 to 10 years. So at least if you know where it is, it's taking me time to sift through the stuff, but, at least I knew where it was. So you can always try to be more organized. I'm organized now. I'm not going to show you a bunch of my place right now, but I have a filing cabinet, a filing box. I don't need a whole cabinet anymore, and I'm putting my stuff in there in the manila envelopes and with the dividers and stuff. But, I hadn't gotten to that bag yet, but I needed it. So know where your stuff is. Stay organized. It's very important. This bitch is asking me questions about 2 years ago. Isn't it in your records? Don't you have a copy of my fucking application, you dumb bitch? And I had to tell her, and I had to tell her the date. And, we had a hearing about this before, about me not having to fill this application out, and that I did it anyway. And in those documents, I also told them their work rule, which I had to repeat to her at the hearing. The person who works for DHS. Even the hearing officer was annoyed at her. And I filled out an application. And I said I shouldn't have had to. And now we're going through the same thing, and a year later. But this is why you can't judge people. You might see my ass at the store, head to toe in Adidas shit, not knowing I get my shit from the thrift store. My bomb-ass Adidas shoes were $4.99 at the thrift store. My $130 Adidas watch was $16. And I have $600 on my food stamp card because they owed me a year, and I have no kids under 18. You'd look at me like, oh, look at this cheat. This motherfucker don't need food stamps. No, I needed them last year, and I struggled, and they owe me. So, shut the fuck up judging people. I want to keep it under 10 minutes, so I'll make that another one, but do your shopping. Don't worry about what other people got. Shut the fuck up. Ring up my groceries. Maybe if I eat steak tonight, I have to eat bologna sandwiches for the rest of the week, and I want to feel human. You don't know me. So just shut the fuck up judging people. But stay organized. That's the lesson for today. Be organized. Be more organized than that. I'll show you later how to make cool other labels for stuff like that too. Just a little, not a 10-minute video on it, but stay frugal, and I'll see you next week. Be safe.